The President of Ireland gave the final state visit honor to the President of South Africa. What a strange story. Two wary presidents, one fading photo op. This week, the Irish capital became the farewell stage for two aging leaders who preached renewal but delivered only decay. Michael Higgins and Cyril Ramaphosa, old allies from 20th century leftist battles, used their final state visit to trade nostalgia over long-dead causes while their real political legacies are nothing more than decline and destruction. Michael Higgins, the 84-year-old President of the Republic of Ireland, is Europe's second oldest head of state, behind only King Harold V of Norway. Higgins is finally retiring next month after being in office for 14 years and has chosen to welcome his very last guest as head of state, none other than the South African president. The two presidents held a private meeting at the presidential residency in Dublin this week, followed by another meeting along with their respective delegations. Of course, with Higgins about to retire, there wasn't really much room to discuss the future of the bilateral agreements between these two countries, and no public notices has been issued of any treaty or of any signed agreements from either the Irish or South African side. In fact, the only things published from the meetings are nostalgic speeches about historical agreements and relations along with a few photo ops. So what did Ramaphosa and Higgins actually do at the meeting? Well, by all indications, it was little more than two old men nostalgically treading the path down memory lane back to the anti-apartheid struggle of the 70s and 80s. No new money announced, no concrete timelines, just glossy photos and a few toasts to yesterday's communist struggles. Indeed, as a Labour Party politician in the 80s, Higgins strongly aligned himself with the Irish anti-apartheid movement, backing sanctions and boycotts. In parliamentary debates, he described himself as a member and sponsor of the anti-apartheid cause and urged tougher measures on South Africa. Higgins has also repeatedly expressed his long-held admiration for the ANC and its leaders, so honouring Ramaphosa as his final visitor to the presidential residency really comes as no surprise. But what has Higgins actually achieved as President of Ireland? Well, under his presidency, ordinary Irish households were hammered by cost of living squeeze and a housing disaster. Inflation spiked to a 38-year high in 2022, and Irish electricity bills ranked amongst the highest in the EU, where electricity is already extremely expensive. Meanwhile, homelessness hit record levels. In May 2025, the government's own monthly report counted over 15,000 homeless Irish citizens. What Higgins has really done is he put the needs and wants of the immigrants that flooded Ireland way above his own citizens. And his support of the ANC and their disastrous ideology just shows you why he has done that. Higgins allowed and encouraged mass immigration of third worlders into Ireland, which is now threatening not only the fabric of traditional Irish society, but the very safety of Irish citizens, with attacks by African migrants on ethnic Irish people, including even the elderly and children, now occurring in broad daylight.
November 2023. Emergency services rush to a primary school where 3 children have just been stabbed.
With 3 young children, an adult female and an adult male.
The news spreads that the suspect is a homeless Algerian immigrant, and people start gathering near his scene.
May have been an asylum seeker, we don't know.
Just absolute disgrace, absolute disgrace.
The destruction caused by the Irish open border policy over the past few years has recently prompted the Irish to take to the streets to protest being demographically overrun in their own homeland.
Look, if you look at both sides, right, there's two rallies today. The National Rally for Ireland. It's a rally against the policies of this government, which has impacted all of us deeply in our soul.
And yet, this is only part of the destructive legacy that President Michael Higgins is leaving behind. Under his presidency, Ireland completely forsook the Christian laws demanded by their own constitution, which states in its preamble that the people of Ireland acknowledge all our obligations to our divine Lord Jesus Christ, who sustained our fathers through centuries of trial. Yet, despite swearing an oath to uphold this constitution, and despite Ireland being a historically conservative Christian nation, Higgins has signed into law homosexual marriage and transgender recognition bill in 2015, abortion on demand in 2018, and even signed a law granting homosexual couples the right to adopt children. The consequences of Higgins's 14-year presidency have been devastating for the Republic of Ireland, and that's why this cozy Dublin photo op matters. It is the closing scene for two leaders whose eras are both ending in drift. Higgins leaves an Ireland buckling under record homelessness, sky-high living costs, and a political class that congratulates itself with basics, housing, safety, services, slip out of the reach of the working Irish man, while Ireland caters to the immigrant. Ramaphosa arrived in Dublin this week as a mirror image. The man who promised a new dawn now presides over collapsing infrastructure, ever-increasing national debt, crime spiraling out of control, and brazen corruption that he is doing nothing about. So yes, the 84-year-old liberal Irish leader and the 72-year-old communist ANC leader are indeed birds of a feather. One bows out after years of soft-focused speeches, the other shuffles on like a duck, diminished as the lights flicker. Both adhere to destructive political ideologies, and neither of them will be remembered fondly by generations to come. And for South Africans who have for years suffered under the ANC, this final visit between the leader of the ANC and the outgoing Irish president signals something very positive. Ramaphosa and the ANC's international friends are all disappearing, one by one. The old liberalism of the 80s is dying in today's world. In a recent video, we here at the Willem Petscher Group highlighted that the raw data unequivocally show that Cyril Ramaphosa is the worst president that South Africa has ever had in its entire history as a republic. To watch it, simply click on the link appearing on your screen right here. And support our work by becoming a paid member of the Willem Petscher Group. We need your support to change the hearts and minds of people. Simply follow the easy steps on the banner at the bottom of your screen. Goodbye and God bless.